Right, good morning campers, hope you're well. Another fantastic night at the Swan last night, steak and a lovely drop of red. So but anyhow, very much resisted. There were no after meal whiskies and gins and what have you, so I woke up fairly fresh this morning. A nice early start, so I've got about 5 or 6 mile walk we're going to do today. See a few interesting things on the way, but we're in the village of Bulmer, just going past yet another unbelievably majestic church. But this walk's going to take on to see a number of things. So really looking forward to it. I hope you enjoy being along for the ride. Bit of something for Chris JB. Don't know if it's a honey fungus or whatever. You can. I'm sure you'll come up with some answer on that one, Chris. So this is Bulmer Church, quite magnificent this morning, apart from 47 million wood pigeons. I'd just like to give a quick shout out to probably what we're watching, because it'll give me inspiration for this walk. Well, I had a feeling that I would have come here, but it gave me the plan really for today. So I'd like to thank the YouTube channel Walking the Wild with Joe Jackson. So thank you for sort of laying out a route, much appreciated. But yeah, this is stunning, just an absolutely beautiful place to be in. It's just right this morning, so it's not too warm. It's overcast, but we have plenty of blue sky. It's lovely and warm. I might have to take my top off at some point. But other than that, we're very comfortable. It's just a very pleasant. Right, just dropping down a little bit through the woods. I've got something stuck in my foot. I'm going to have to sort that out in a moment. So coming over this little water. Oh, kingfisher there. Oh, just kingfisher there, missed it by a couple of seconds. There were kingfisher on this branch here. Yeah, but this is a Belchamp brook, so very nice. I don't think you've got that kingfisher. I got that on camera, which is a bit of a shame. So here we are, folks. This is not the only thing that we've seen on today's walk, but one of the main reasons of coming down this way. And I'm so glad I did, because it's absolutely stunning down here. But anybody who watches Lovejoy will find this instantly recognisable. I've just had somebody say to me, it looks an awful lot like Felsham Hall. Well, it's strange is that, because this is what was Felsham Hall. It's actually called Belchamp Hall, and it was built in 1720 by a guy called John, bear with me caller, John Raymond. And yeah, it was used extensively in Lovejoy as the home of Lady Jane. So what an absolutely stunning house. I should imagine it had a bit of upkeep. You can actually stay here. You can actually stay in the coach house, which used to feature as where Lovejoy lived for a little bit. So we're going to walk around that side and have a look. And then on the opposite side of the road, we've got the church of the I think it's the Virgin Mary, and that's a 13th century church, so that goes back to 1200s. So you can sort of see, you can tell it's quite a bit older than a lot of the churches that we've seen recently, but nonetheless quite beautiful. In fact, if it's open, I'm not sure it is open, but if it is, we might go and have a quick peek. So this is inside the church. It's just absolutely stunning. So you can see the influence of the Norman, as I was telling you about yesterday, Norman arches on this church. But look at this stained glass window, just absolutely magnificent. Look at that, absolutely beautiful. There's some beautiful paintings and all, so wow, stunning. Looks like a really old, I don't know what you'd call it, fresco painting or whatever it is, but that looks like the Last Supper. So you can tell that's very old. Some more stained glass windows, and see the interesting structure of the roof. And another absolutely awe-inspiring, I think it's the 12 Apostles, or some of the 12 Apostles, but just, oh, it's Jesus, but it's No, I think it is some of the 12 apostles. They're absolutely stunning anyhow. Fantastic, beautiful. Yeah, so if you can just see through the trees is here, this is where, well, it's other stables and sort of like a house for the main house of Felsham Hall, and in the later series of Lovejoy, this is where Lovejoy lived. And yeah, by this time Eric had already gone and Lady Jane had already gone, and there was there's Beth as his assistant, and he had Tinker was still kicking about, and Charlotte had come onto the scene. But yeah, he lived out there for a few years, and I think actually I'm pretty certain that both of these are rental properties. You can hire them out. And I was tempted to come and stay down here, but I need to do a bit more research, because as long as there's a pub nearby, then that'll be okay. But if there isn't, there's not a right lot else around Belchamp Water, which is what this place is called. But stunning location. If they give you a free tour of Felsham House, then I might be in. Right, this is why I was trying to set off early now, because the sun is high in the sky now. It's absolutely stunning. As you can see, there's the folly, which is called Sham Castle, up in the distance. So we're going to go and wander over to that there. But just look how beautiful this is. And Felsham Hall's the other side of this, where these trees are here. But what an absolutely idyllic walk so far this is. I'm getting a bit sweaty like, but I don't mind better than it raining, innit? But just stunning. Right, so this is Sham Castle, as they call it, and this was built in the 19th century, so a Victorian folly. I don't think anybody who had a big house back then could live without a folly, because everybody else had one. I thought we better knock one up, so that's obviously what they did at Belchamp Hall. This one's obviously clearly in a little bit of a state of disrepair, because obviously they look like they pinned it, so it made me risk of it worrying it's going to fall down, but looks quite magnificent really for something they've just knocked up. So we're going to stick the drone up and try and see if we can get a look at Belchamp Hall as well. I won't get too invasive, and hopefully that'll keep things all in line. Just thinking, just that drone up now, got some good shots. Well, at least I think I have anyhow. Just thinking, going back to the church at Belchamp Water, where Mary the Virgin or something like that. I think that was the church where it was in the last episode called Last Tango in Lavenham, and it's where he was supposed to marry Charlotte, but he bunked off to do what they always do in classic series like that, is leave it with an open ending. Where could it go next? I'm not sure we'll ever see Lovejoy return, but never say never. But I think my mate Mr McShane's knocking on a bit now. I think he's at least 80, so it's unlikely, and in some ways it'd be better if he left it alone really, but who knows. But yeah, that's just occurred to me that that's probably the church. I'm pretty sure it is, that he bunked off from marrying Charlotte. So a lot of history around here, but stunning. Well, another thing, there's a lot of quite comparisons to south of France. It feels in lots of places very much like south of France. So lavender does quite well around here, thistles do quite well around here as well, but what else does quite well around here is the old Van Gogh's favourite. Look at that, beautiful. I rather ignorantly from a distance thought these were thistles a distance about the way, but they're not. So a small blue flower, I'm not quite sure what they are, but we'll have a research into. Oh, look, there's a butterfly there. What's that? Is that a red admiral? Painted lady, apparently. Likes the blue flowers, isn't it? Whatever they are. Right, next thing to have a quick look at is just I think it's before these trees is a Roman, well, they're the foundations of where a Roman fort existed between 1 and 4 AD. So the best way for us to give you a view of this is for us to stick the drone up in the air and look at it from above, because I think it's pretty clear from above, but obviously on the ground it's not going to be that clear. So I'll send the drone up and you can have a look. Right, so we're almost back at Bulmer now. That's been an absolutely fabulous walk for a couple of reasons. First of all, I've been thinking about this walk for donkey's years. Wanted to come down here and finally I've done it. And secondly, you know, we've been so lucky with weather. Weather's been absolutely superb. Really, we had yesterday, which was a little bit overcast for half a day. Other than that, it's been perfect. The weather's been just absolutely perfect. And this walk today has just been idyllic, made by it being a lovely summer's day. So, all good stuff. So, I hope you found that interesting. That's going to go in with the rest of it. We're nearly done for this video now. There's just one little snippet I've got for you history-wise, and then I think we're more or less done. I've got loads and loads of food pictures and what have you, so I think what I'm going to do is I'll do a montage of how much we've filled as faces, so you can have a look at that at the end and I can make your mouth water. But yeah, something a bit different this, but I'll come back to you when I get to the last little bit of snippet. I've got a little gem for you. Right, this is the last little bit of history, is this, so here you go. So this old house here is called Shilling Grange, and the reason it's called Shilling Grange is because it's on Shilling Street in Lavenham. And in 1873, on the 23rd of September, Jane Taylor, who was a poet, was born here. Now, I only found this out the other day, and it never ever occurred to me, but one of Jane Taylor's famous poems was called The Star, which eventually became known as Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. I never realised that. I always thought it was just a song or what have you, but obviously it's been put to a French tune, which is the one that we all know, the old Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. It's that one, but it's actually quite a beautiful poem, so if you get a chance I'll post it on online. But yeah, she wrote the Star, or Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, in 1806. But yeah, pretty well revered and well known around this neck of the woods. You'd have thought she'd have had blue plaque for. If I'd written Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, I'd want a blue plaque. And I must admit, something's just stuck in my mind since I found this bit of information out. Is, wouldn't it have been really good to get someone like Michael Caine to talk it? Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, how I wonder what you are. Maybe I'm imagining and it's actually been done that, but sounds good to me. But yeah, that's your last little bit of fact. So that basically closes up this little trip to Suffolk and Essex and this neck of the woods, East Anglia. It's been absolutely fabulous. I can't recommend it enough. If you ever get a chance to come down here, you should do so, because it's one of the most beautiful parts of this country, definitely. So anyway, as always, thank you for watching Tea to the Troddler. If you can give us a like, a thumbs up, that'd be much appreciated. And obviously, if you are a subscriber, if you could subscribe, that'd be absolutely brilliant. But yeah, until next time, take care.